Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and Ausra.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 330 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by David, and he writes, Hello Vidas and Ausra. This past Sunday I completed the 40-week course. I really liked the course and thank you for it. As requested, here are my comments. Yes, I can sight read better, but still need more work. I tried several new pieces and had tried before the course, and I was better. I was away for 2 weeks in the summer and caught up by doing 2 days in one. Not a good idea, so I am repeating from week 29 on. Some comments. I found the first weeks quite easy, and we did not start 3 staves until week 29. I think it would be better to introduce the 3 staves earlier, or at least left-handed pedal. The early weeks were mostly in D minor. I think they would be more useful if transposed in various keys. I'm also augmenting the material with Dupre 79 chorales and using baroque pedaling. These are my comments. Thanks again. Best regards, David. Oh, this is nice that somebody has completed our organ sight reading master course.
Yes, that's very nice.
And this feedback tells me also some things that are working and some things that could be improved. And obviously we need more feedback from other people.
Sure.
For example, David writes that for a number of weeks he's trying to do 2 weeks in a row in 1 week, which is probably too much material.
Yes, it is, because you always need time, to get through things, to grasp them, to absorb them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you will do too much, at once, it will not work.
It's like with eating fish oil pills in the morning, right? It's very healthy if you have just one.
True, because you cannot skip the next day and take 2 pills in one.
You gave me 1 pill today.
Yes, I gave you 1 pill.
And what would happen if I had 2 pills?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I think that your body would not absorb all the things from it if you would take too much at once.
I see.
Or you would get poisoned. Maybe not from fish oil, but from other pills.
Will I become more like a fish?
I don't know. We will see.
With quills and things like that.
Scales?
Your scales, can I breathe underwater then?
I don't know.
Maybe I can swim faster. So guys, the same is with organ-related activities. If you skip 2 days, just I think it's better to continue, in a normal pace afterwards.
True, that's true.
If you skip more than a week or two, and you feel that your fingers and feet are weaker, and the skill is decreasing, it's another story, Ausra, right?
True. Because, as I practice, for example, I see that it's beneficial only if I'm practicing, let's say, in the morning and then later in the evening when I do very big break. Then maybe this, my practicing counts for 2 days. But otherwise, no. If, let's say, I sit on the organ bench and do all my practice at once for 2 days, this doesn't work.
You still need to have regular breaks.
True.
And if a person skips a few weeks in a row and then comes back to the organ bench, obviously the skill is not there anymore. And I think it would be wiser to pick up with a slower pace first, to adjust maybe a week or two, to get used to the new routine and take it easy at first.
Yes, that's right.
It's like I was doing those pull-ups in the summer, and I was progressing day after day, week after week, and then I got, I think, some sort of stomach flu or something, and I didn't do my pull-ups for a week or more even. And it would be stupid for me to try to attempt to do the total number of pull-ups I was able to do before break. Right.
That's right, yes.
All right. David also writes that it was probably too easy for them until week 29. So that's the thing that is so individual for each person,
Yes,
right?
it is.
We have various skill levels students here in our courses, and for somebody it's really difficult to play, too difficult to attempt even.
That's right. And in general, people are quite poor sight readers. I noticed that on my students. And I thought that, after we harmonized an exercise, usually it's 8 measures long, like a hymn. And I invite them to play what we harmonized. And it's very hard for some of them to do it. And sometimes we get so sloppy that, after a while I simply stopped doing this experiment with them and stopped asking them to play it. And it really surprised me because usually when we start harmony, we are at the 10th grade or 11th or 12th grade, that's when we teach them, harmony, basically in a high school. And we start to study music at the age of 6 or 7, some even at the age of 5. So, and let's say at that age, after 10 years of studying music, we are still not able to sight read easily what we already harmonized on the paper.
They don't have any musical intuition.
I know. That's just too bad. Not all of them, but actually most of them.
Most of them shouldn't even study music, I think.
Could be.
Do you think what's the percentage of them that will become musicians, professional musicians?
Well, I think many of them will become professional musicians, but that's a question if we will be good or not, and what we will achieve. I think 10% of them will achieve what we want, and we will be really great. And I think there will be some percentage that also will become musicians, but will be either mediocre or or always will struggle for for bread and butter.
Right. If a person applies to the orchestra, let's say spot, and the one who can sight read better always will win a spot over the next person who cannot.
Sure.
Of course, sight reading on the violin is a different thing than sight reading
Yes,
on the
because
piano.
you have only one line, so. But
But
still, I believe that every musician has to read on the keyboard.
Mhm.
Because we all study keyboards, since very early age.
And it does give you some perspective about the harmonies, about musical composition, about how the piece is put together. If you know this harmony structure, if you are feeling with both of your hands the key changes, and even for solo instrument players, this is useful.
True. Otherwise, if you will be thinking only about your melody, then nothing will work.
What happens sometimes, most of the semester they would practice alone, and at the end of the semester, accompanist would come in to the practice room and they together start to rehearse. And this new part suddenly makes no sense to the soloist. I think a good soloist will always need to get acquainted himself or herself with the full musical material.
That's right.
So that's why I didn't rush introducing 3 staves or even 2 staves, because it was very methodological. I first went through separate lines until the very end, and then came back with 2 voice combinations, which is of course a challenge sometimes for a lot of people. It's much harder than one line.
True.
And another comment that David has here, that most of the early weeks were in D minor, and only later the course was transposed into various minor keys. The reason I decided to put off transposition to the later part of the course was that students should familiarize with the texture first, because Bach's Art of Fugue is not a beginner's texture at all. It's completely advanced fugal texture, and first we practice in one voice, and then in 2 parts, in 3 parts. And if I added to this challenge transposition on top of that right from the start, I think for a lot of people it would be impossible. Even as it is difficult course. So it's good that David found first weeks too easy. Maybe he could skip some material, maybe just play it faster or something. Still, he should find it useful, and his own level will then start to be revealed somewhere in the middle.
True.
Right?
Yes.
Would you agree, Ausra?
Yes, I agree.
Would you start transposition right from the start?
Probably not. Well, I would do, but if you are beginner, then not.
Mm-hmm. And if he needed more keys, of course, it's wise to supplement study material with other pieces, and he's writing that he's studying Dupre 79 chorales, which are in various keys.
Good.
But here is the thing, he's using baroque pedaling. I don't think Dupre understood anything about baroque pedaling.
True, I wouldn't do a baroque pedaling in Dupre's chorales.
Dupre always emphasized legato playing, and even in his edition for the Bach organ works, he always used finger substitution and glissandos and heel-toe pedaling, just like he would apply it in his own works, or 20 century works or 19th century French organ works. So when somebody is playing 79 chorales by Dupre, please use modern fingering and pedaling.
Yes, I think it would work better.
Excellent question, I think, and feedback. This is really helpful. Thank you guys for doing that. And please keep sending us your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, "The sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your SS courses and all your help."
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, "I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right, as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor."
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, "Hi Vidas and Ausra, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Ausra and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward."
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition, and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Ausra from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.